Hi guys, this isn't exactly a thought all the way through planned kind of video because I plan everything else in my world, but videos when I feel the need to say something and get it out there, it just happens, which is fine. I mean, I've got a communication disorder, which means I'm great at verbal skills, so I might as well bloody use them. But I can't believe this still needs to be said. Love, you're not. Just because you act like you know everything doesn't mean you do. And to those who don't understand, I'm not talking about a very specific type of person. But I am at the same time. I mean, I guess they're really entitled, really, oh, I deserve everything kind of thing without having to work for it kind of person. And they're usually called Karens. I mean, so that is realistically what I'm talking about. But especially at the moment, with the way the world is, with this annoying, frustrating COVID-19 and everyone having to work from home or school from home or homeschool and work at home and do all the complicated bits that come with a pandemic and listen to the government. Obviously, different countries have different ways of dealing with it. Different cities will probably have different ways of dealing with it. But where I live in the UK. I live in South Yorkshire. I'm not going to say the actual city because privacy. But where I live, our PM's just a prime minister's a complete tosser, and that's putting it politely. He's not designed to be prime minister in my head, because so far he's given three very different messages. He has screwed up services for people with special needs, and he is cutting prices, not price, what's the word? Pay, that's the word, not price, that is something very different. That'd be very confusing. For people who are actually working through the bloody terrifying pandemic. Oh, and he's changed the stupid slogan from stay safe, stay home and stay safe, save lives, to stay alert. What does that even mean? How the frick does stay alert make any sense as a slogan to keep people safe from the pandemic? Because stay alert means like 60,000 different things. And I'm not just talking about me here. I've got carers that come in and out my house every day. I have talked to them about this ridiculous slogan. All of them have a very, very different idea of what it means. And especially for people like myself with autism, pardon me, who take everything literally, stay alert to me means something very different. Because stay alert for me means, oh, look at what I'm doing, look at where I'm going, make sure I'm safe. Whereas stay alert to someone else could literally just mean, don't go too close to someone, but you can see everyone. I mean, everyone at the moment is trying to figure it out. But what I'm not enjoying is the amount of relaxed people have got. I mean, pubs in England have had to shut again because people can't use their freaking heads. I mean, it's not difficult. If I can understand that you need to be a certain amount of space away from someone, and you need to wear a mask, unless you have a doctor's note for not doing so, and it's a real reason, not just a fake one, and that you need to actually do it to keep safe, then surely idiots without a disability can understand it. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. I mean, everyone goes on and on about how they want to go back to normal, but no one is using their heads to do it. I mean, I know the government is not exactly helping, and the Prime Minister's rules are a bit shite. They probably don't help either, because they're saying two very separate things and doing two very separate things at the same time. Like, right at the beginning, when we were told to wear masks, I never saw the Prime Minister wear a mask. Now all of a sudden he's wearing a mask. But not very often, and I guarantee he probably doesn't wear it when he's going out on his own. Because he thinks he's the Prime Minister, he can get away with everything. But realistically, how is that setting a good example? And that's really what you need to do. You want to go back to normal. You want this pandemic to go away. You need to start with yourself, regardless of what other people think or say or do. You need to be able to say to yourself every day, look, I am going to be sensible. I am going to do this. I am going to make sure that I am safe. And then hopefully my good choices, my safety choices, and my thought processes that help me through a day are going to help someone else understand why they need to do it. Yes, you may look ridiculous for a while because other people aren't doing it. And yes, it may get a bit stressful and a bit upsetting. That's understandable. But at the same time, if even a little tiny amount of what you are thinking, what you are doing, what you are saying rubs off on someone else who maybe didn't know, maybe didn't understand, or maybe was just choosing to make crap choices in the first place, you have made a difference. And you just doing it for yourself makes a difference. Because that way, if you get sick, and let's say it's not even the COVID, it's just like a little cold or something, and it's not COVID-19, but you wear a mask, you're not then going to make someone else ill. You're then, I know it sounds selfish, but you're then only going to keep yourself sick, rather than getting another person sick, getting another child sick, or someone like myself with an compromised immune system sick, because we can't afford it. I know that sounds weird, but I also know that everyone needs to not get sick, but people who are fighting an illness already, who have a compromised immune system, say they've got cancer. That's a big thing. You really, really can't afford to be sick if you've got cancer. I don't, thankfully, but I do have a disability. Well, several disabilities. And I do have conditions that make my immune system compromised. Meaning if I get sick, it can be a lot worse. And I could potentially die, which is not something I want. And I don't think family and friends want people to die either. So if you're choosing to make cruddy decisions and not wear a mask, not wash your hands, not wash your face, I know that's not exactly the same thing, but if you're wearing a mask, you really should be at least wiping your face when you get in the house, otherwise you just feel gross. And you're not taking precautions of the social distancing or self-isolating if you need to, then you've got yourself to blame if you get sick, because you chose to not be a sensible human creature. You chose to be a lazy, stupid, inconsiderate, frustrating creature, when you had and have enough sense in your head to know that what you are doing is wrong, and to know that you should be doing the opposite. Sometimes I feel like those kind of people, especially at the moment, shouldn't even be allowed out of the house. If they're going to be that ignorant and that much stupid and that much completely inconsiderate. But it's not hard to understand why you need to wear a mask. I know it's weird. I know they don't feel nice. I know that they're frustrating. However, don't be a complete idiot. Just don't do it. I mean, animals cannot get the virus. So if people are spending money and putting masks on their animals, then they are using them wrong. Animals cannot get COVID-19. People can. If you are getting a mask, putting it on a doll or putting it on a dog or a cat because you think they are going to get it, you are wrong. You are wrong. I don't care how mean that sounds. You are wrong. Get a damn mask and wear it yourself. Don't put it on a dog. Don't put it on a cat or anything else. The only exception to that is if you are trying to get a child to wear a mask and they need to understand why. That I could understand. Putting it on one of their toys, but also making them wear one. Like even if the one you buy for their kid, their children, and you're buying them a mask, buy the doll a fake one or make one so the child knows how to wear one and the child understands that it's okay to wear them. I can see that as an exception to the rule. But what I can't see is people choosing to take their children out. I mean, obviously these children are going to be over a certain age because you can't put a mask on really young children or babies, because that just isn't how that works, and children don't have enough, airway restriction monitoring, I guess, to be able to not have to wear a mask, or to be able to wear a mask and breathe at the same time. But older children who can wear them should be wearing them. Just like adults who can wear them should be wearing them. And I don't want to sit here in a couple of weeks' time and be really annoyed because I've seen people fake exemption cards. Or I've seen someone fake a disability in order to not have to wear one. A mask. Because that would just annoy me. And that would really upset me. Because if someone like me, with several conditions, who's immunocompromised, who technically shouldn't be wearing a mask because of the breathing difficulties they have, can wear a mask for a short period of time, so can you! So can you, and your children, and your partner, and your spouse. Like, I do not care. If you are going to make crap decisions, do not pass your crap decisions onto someone else. Use your damn brain. Make your kids wear them. Make your spouse or your partner wear them. If you're not going to wear them, don't be around people. Don't even try, because you're not doing the right thing. You're not showing a good example. You're acting like a complete idiot who doesn't understand that his actions do actually mean something to others. Or her actions, sorry, I'm not just specifying boys here, girls do it as well. And there are places where they have it as a rule. Private businesses are allowed to enforce you wearing a mask, just like they're allowed to enforce a dress code. Like, legally you have to wear a mask when you're asked. They can refuse to serve you if you are wearing a mask. Just the same as they are entitled to wear their masks, and they are entitled to work and earn money and do what they need to do. But for heaven's sake, those that are working through the pandemic, those who are being idiots and choosing not to wear a mask and choosing to argue with the people working through the pandemic about wearing a mask, you need a smack. Or at least some form of re-education and how and why and what you wear a mask for. And people who are going up to those working through the pandemic, please be polite, please be nice. These people have enough stress. Like, if you are going to a coffee shop or to a supermarket or to a cleaning place or to the hospital or the doctors, be polite, say thank you, wear a damn mask, wash your hands when you leave or when you get home, and be respectful of the 2-metre rule, because it's not that hard to understand. These people work their butts off daily so that you can be at home, so that you can be safe, so that if you're sick you get better, so that you get the prescriptions you need, so that you get food to eat and water and drinks to drink when you need them, and so that you are able to feed your family, feed your animals, and stay safe while doing it. There is not much that these people ask for. But what you should be doing for them is a huge list. You should be washing your hands when you leave so that you're not passing on gross germs, or using hand sanitizer when you leave so you're not passing on gross germs. You should be saying please and thank you when you want something and when they've gotten you something, or when you've paid for something. You should be wearing a mask. You should sneeze or cough into your elbow so that when you're not grossing everyone out, really. And you should, by all means, be the 2-metre gap and respect it, because you are the ones patroning this place, not them. They are working through a pandemic, sweetheart. If you're going to act like an entitled little snowflake and be a prick, then you don't deserve the service you get. People, please learn. Please learn. I know it's difficult. I know no one likes the pandemic. I know being a homeschooler, being a teacher, being a therapist, being an occupational therapist, being a emotional manager, being a parent, and working from home all at the same time is a bit complicated in a pandemic, and it's a bit complicated in general. But you still have the choice to be a good human being through it. You still have the choice to make good decisions when you need to go out the house. And you still have the choice to sit there and say, look, this is how I'm feeling. But you also have the choice to be kind. Guys, if you've got the choice and you have the choice, be friggin' kind. Don't be a jerk. Don't act like an entitled snowflake. And don't assume that the people doing the jobs are dirty or gross. They're doing a job so that you can stay home and stay safe. Get over your stupid thought process. Get over your anger about having to wear a mask. Get over assuming that they've got something when they don't. And just be kind. Okay, I'm done rambling, because if I ramble anymore, I'm going to get upset again, and I don't want that. But come on, you have the choice to do good decisions, to make good decisions and choices. You have the ability to do so. Wear a damn mask. Be kind. Be polite. Be respectful. That's all I'm asking. Make sure that your family, your friends, yourself stay safe. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Bye, guys.